Hey there, welcome. I'm Amrita from Atria Jewelry, and today we are going to make a ring like this one. I have received a couple of requests for this ring. Marisol and Dottie, this one's for you. This is called a lover's knot ring. It's a very simple ring to make. All you will need is 14 gauge copper wire. So let's get started. Materials you will need: 14 gauge copper wire. If you've not worked with copper this thick, you could go down to 16 gauge as well, but the ring I'm wearing is a 14 gauge one. You would get a similar effect with 16 gauge too. It would just be a little thinner and easier to work with. So if you want to start with the 16 and then you can make your other one with the 14. So I'm working with copper wire today. And then tools you will need: a ruler, the standard bent nose pliers, needle nose pliers, a 6-step looping plier, a wire cutter, which is a flush cutter, a file, a rubber mallet, a ring mandrel. I'm using a heavy stainless steel mandrel because I can hammer against it. But if you don't have this and you only have a plastic ring mandrel, that will work too, because we aren't really going to do much to texture this ring. And then this is just to help shape it. You would also need a jeweler's hammer, but most of our work will be done with these two. We're going to make ourselves a ring about size 9. But what you will do to cut the wire is take the circumference of the ring. You could just use a string to go around it and see how big that is for the size that you want. So this is about 3 inches for a size 9. And then I'm going to add another 4 inches, cutting a little extra so we don't worry about running out of wire when we're making these wraps. So I'm cutting myself about 7 inches of this wire. I'm going to use my flush cutter and flush cut that one end, and then we can clean this other end up later. So we're going to take that 7 inches of wire and the ring mandrel, and I want a size 9 ring, so I'm going to take the wrap around the 9.5 point. Because by the time we wrap these around it, it will reduce the size. And bring the wires around and cross them over at the midpoint so that they're equally distributed. And then we're going to hold that base down and twist the wire around like that. And I'm going to do that with both sides. And then we want to make sure that this is really tight. But I'm making a smaller, tighter knot. And so I want to make sure my knot is really tight, because when I wrap it, I don't want it to loosen up. Look at that. Now you could just snip this off on either side here and have a ring without the wrap, and it'll just look like that. But I like to add these wraps on either side, so we're going to do that. Now it's going to be a little tough because this is 14 gauge wire, so it is a little hard. But I'm going to hold this down in my non-dominant hand, so in my left hand, and then use my pliers, another set of pliers, to wrap the wire around itself. So around the base wire. So I'm going to squeeze that and rotate it to tighten it. So we have one side attached. I'm going to do the same with the other side. So again, we're going to hold this down and wrap the wire around. Oops. And if that moves, you just shift it back before you make that wrap. So before I completely tighten it, I want to check to see that my loops up how I want it, and they're nice and small. And I'm going to wrap that around another time. And make sure your wraps are lying next to each other and not on top of each other. So for instance here it's kind of overlapping, so I'm going to move that over. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to flush cut these edges. There we go, flush cut that one, and I'm doing this on top of the ring, as you can see, so that we can file that down and it won't catch in the skin when the wearer is putting the ring on. I'm going to use a needle file and just file in that direction of the coil. And then just run your hand or finger against it to make sure it's not catching and there are no sharp burrs. There we go. And then I do it on the other side as well. So here I'm finding I need to do it a little more because it's still catching. There we go. And now if you choose to texture the ring, you can put it on here and use your ball peen hammer to slightly texture it. And adjust the coil if you need to. There we go. Yeah. And there, the ring is done. So it's similar to the one I have on, just made a slightly tighter coil. And then this one is a looser coil. So we have 3 kinds of rings with the same technique, but they look pretty different. Now you could keep it bright and shiny like this, or you could antique these. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day.